Hello, hello. Are we live? Happy Saturday. All right, we're live. Happy Saturday. How's it going, everybody? All right, it's 10 a.m. Saturday morning here in Utah. It's a little nippy out. I got my blanket right here with me, and it's a gorgeous day. So let's get started. All right. So, how was your week? Oh, thank you, sweetheart. Thank you. All right. So, how was your guys' week? First off, I saw that a lot of people now are posting in the group, and I'm just so motivated and just energized by your guys' posts. You guys might not know it, but you are motivating me like crazy. So, hi, Maxi. Hola, ¿cómo está? Mis abuelos son de México, entonces hablo español, pero no perfecto. Pero sí entiendo todos los posts. All your posts, I read them. I can read the Spanish and the English, but I love that you always put both the English and the Spanish. I think that's awesome. So I love you guys. You guys are doing so awesome in the group. You guys are motivating me and inspiring me. I want to know how we can make this group better. So I did put a poll for you guys, and some of you have already answered it. Just asking how you guys want to be held accountable. You know, most of you said you would like to just post at leisure in the group your updates, your accountability updates. That's totally fine. I love it actually when you guys do that. And then also some of you still wanted to do the Excel sheet where you're daily keeping track of your accountability. I'm going to keep using the Excel sheet. I know Patty's using it now. If you want to jump back in and use the Excel sheet and you've used it before, feel free to do so. I'm checking it every single day, so I will see your posts on the sheet. So whether you want to do posting inside the Facebook group or the Excel sheet, let's do it. And then, so you have options there. The other thing is I'm not going to do a group text right now. So we're going to hold off on that until we have enough interest in something like a group text. So we have two personal trainers out, like besides me. So we we have three personal trainers in this group. I think that's amazing. Whether you're a personal trainer or you're not a personal trainer, let me know if you have any ideas for what you want to see in the group. I want to see, if you guys want to do a challenge, launch a challenge, like just post it and we will all do it. We are a team here. And so, I want you guys to feel like you guys can be leaders too. Okay. So feel free, take up the banner and run with it. And we will all be there to support. So, I will be launching some challenges a little later that I'm excited to announce, but we're not talking about that today. So let's talk a little bit about, let's kind of recap a little bit. Last week, we started on something called Operation Destroy Your Comfort Zone. Okay. And I love this idea that we're on a mission to destroy our comfort zone. So I'm going to go a little further into that today and teach you some really awesome things. We'll get into that in a minute. Just a little reminder, we are still, getting in that growth mindset, really getting comfortable being uncomfortable. And just a reminder, the growth mindset is not doing things so that they can be easier later, but choosing to love the process, and the process can be very painful. So one of the things that I want you guys to start to do, and we're going to circle back to this at the very end of today's coaching call, but the first thing I want you to do is at the end of each day for just this week, so we're going to do this for 7 days, starting today, I want you to review your day. But in reviewing your day, I want you to do something specific. I want you to take notes every time you felt yourself really uncomfortable and you push through your comfort zone. Also, I want you to note when you felt uncomfortable, but maybe you caved and you didn't push through your comfort zone. Maybe you stayed in your comfort zone. I want you to start logging what were those moments? Those moments that you started approaching the comfort zone barrier and you started feeling the fire, you started feeling the tension, you started feeling uncomfortable, the pain, started facing yourself and you didn't like it. Let's start noting when those instances happen. This is going to be super helpful, and you guys are going to know as the call goes on, this is going to become so much more important. You're going to understand why this is our homework. Okay. Now you can do this daily review as a journal. You can do it as like, something you log on your computer. You can post it in the group publicly if you want. That's totally up to you. Or, keep a journal, write it on your phone, however you want to do it. And if you did push through your comfort zone, share it as a win. I would love to hear those moments that were hard for you, that you went ahead and you jumped through that fence. You completely said, we're blazing past this. We're biting the bullet. So those are huge win moments, and I want to know about them. So share them with me. And I'm going to share mine with you as well. So I'm going to be reviewing my day, and I'm going to let you guys know. And this is like a form of accountability. So I'm really excited about this. And again, we're going to circle back to this at the end of the call, and you're going to understand why it's really important. So today, let's start by talking about how we're going to build a new comfort zone. So you have this comfort zone line that we talked about last week. When you start approaching the line, it starts getting really uncomfortable. And if you break through it, it's really, really uncomfortable. Now, we want to expand that comfort zone to encompass new things. We want our comfort zone to comprise of new habits, new activities, new ways of being. For example, being in the routine of working out. I know that is a goal for some of you. It's definitely a goal of mine to get, one of our goals. I know, Patty, this is one of your goals, and this is my goal too. We want to work out 6 days a week. That is our goal, is to work out 6 days a week. And it's going to take some pushing of that comfort zone line. So eventually, though, we want those 6 days a week to be in our comfort zone. And then we're going to set the bar even higher after that, right? We're going to say we want to work out hard 6 days a week, not just work out 6 days a week. We want to work out hard every single day that week. But right now, we just want to expand the comfort zone, just do the 6 days a week, right? So we're in the process of building a new comfort zone. Now, when you get to the close to your comfort zone line, you start feeling, like we mentioned last week, you start feeling like you're falling apart. You literally are, your old self is falling apart. It can feel chaotic. It can give you some anxiety. But as you feel the pain and as you go through it and you push through it, you actually are evolving. You are in the process of evolving. So embrace the chaos, embrace your higher self. This is like a recap of last week. This is what we talked about last week. Now, I have a question for you this week. And before I post my question, give me just a second. Hi, Maxie. Okay, Maxie's going to come back a little later, I think. Yes, he's going to watch the replay. Awesome sauce. Okay, so my question for you today. Are you a pretender or are you a contender? What are you? So, now let me say this. Most of you maybe are thinking, I know I definitely, when I heard this question, I thought, ooh, maybe I'm a pretender. What does it take to be a contender? There's definitely attributes and qualities and skills, I would say skills that you need to master to be a contender and to stop being a pretender. Contenders don't just, winners and contenders, they don't just, it's not just an accident, it's not just luck. It is hard work, it is dedication, it is skill. Now, there's a lot of attributes and qualities and skills needed, but I'm going to talk about one of them today, just one of them. So one of the attributes and qualities, skills of a contender is the ability to delay gratification. Now we're going to go a little deeper into this. As you know, we live in a world of instant gratification. Instant. I mean, never in the history of the human race has it been easier to gratify yourself like in the fastest way possible as it is today. We as humans today don't have to work nearly as hard for things. Things are a lot easier. We have technology, we have tools, we are connected globally. I mean, that alone allows you to instantly talk to someone around the world. So the skill of delaying gratification is a lost art, I think. And I believe that it's something that we're going to have to actively work on if we want to be a winner, reach our goals, be a contender, not be a pretender. Now, how do I know this is important? How do I know this is an aspect? I'm not just saying this because this is my thoughts. There's proven studies out there. I want to talk to you about the marshmallow study. Some of you might have heard about this. I know this was a landmark study in the 1960s. A professor at Stanford University, he tested the willpower of 4-year-old children. It's kind of a cute experiment. He brought in a 4-year-old child, and he would sit them down at a desk, and he'd put a marshmallow in front of them, and he'd say, "Now you can eat this marshmallow. But if you wait 15 minutes, you can have 2 marshmallows." And he went behind, one of those glass mirrors, two-way, where you can't see the person. And he watched the children. Now, some of the children instantly ate the marshmallow. They didn't even think about it. Some children were able to wait and fidget, and then they gave in. They just caved. And then only 30% of the children were able to wait. Now, the study kind of was forgotten until about 40 years later, when the children were in their 40s. He came back and followed up with them to see how they did in life. Well, he found that the children who couldn't wait to eat the marshmallow struggled later in life. They had more behavioral problems. And those who were able to wait, the 30%, they were more positive, better motivated. They were more successful in life. They had higher grades, higher incomes, healthier relationships. Oh my gosh. And so this key character trait, the ability to wait, proved to be a lot more than what it seemed on the surface. So, how can we become like the 30%? Like I mentioned, delaying gratification, this is a lot. This is beyond just me and life according to Janae. This is beyond that. So what about that 30%? Let's try to figure out, okay, how do we become like that 30%? What was it about them? Well, what did those kids have? What was different about them? Who knows? But we know one thing for sure. The kids only had one thing at their disposal. What was that one thing? Their willpower. That was all they had in that moment between them and that marshmallow and the 2 marshmallows. The only thing standing in between them was their own willpower. Okay? Now, so let's talk about willpower, okay? I want to really teach you guys how to strengthen your willpower. We're going to talk about this in depth. So there are some studies out there. Now, I researched a ton of studies, and I have links for you. This is fascinating to me. It always has been. I've known about this for a handful of years, several years. But I have the study. So if you want the links, let me know. I'll actually link it below so you guys can read a little deeper into it if you want. But I'm going to summarize it for you today because we don't have that kind of time, right, to go into all those studies. I'm just going to summarize the facts for you and what all the studies found. So one of the studies suggests that, and this is going to hit home. I know it hit home for me. Willpower, the more you use it, it doesn't get necessarily stronger the more you use it, okay, in a way. Willpower actually gets weaker the more you use it. And let me explain. So, have you ever had a child, and I've had this experience, I have a 5-year-old, who repeatedly asks you for something? I know my kid, he's always asking me, Mommy, can I have a treat? Mommy, can I have a treat? No, Mommy, can I have a treat? No, Mommy, can I have a treat? No, Mommy, can I have a treat? Ugh, yes, right? Has that ever happened to you? Where you have somebody ask you for something so many times that you finally just give in? What happened? Your willpower was being eroded. Or, for example, like a Facebook ad. Have you ever seen a Facebook ad and you almost buy the thing, but then you wait and then you see the ad again and you're like, ooh, I really kind of want that thing. But then the more ads you see, eventually you're just like, oh gosh, I really want this. I've been looking at it for so long. I'm just going to buy it. Right? Other examples, I know you guys, you got to relate. I know I relate. You smell cookies in the break room, and at first you're like, nope, not gonna eat the cookies. And then somebody's like, hey, do you want a cookie? I brought chocolate chip. No, that's okay. And then another coworker, hey, there's cookies in the break room. Did you get one? Oh, okay. I'll get one. I'll just do my diet tomorrow, right? Have you ever been in that situation? I know I have. So in a way, willpower weakens the more that you have to use it. Okay. Now, knowing that, willpower is this sort of abstract concept, right? It's this thing we can't really touch. We can't see it. We don't understand it fully. We can feel it. We know when we're losing willpower. So I'm going to give you some tangible ways to strengthen your willpower. And this is backed by research and studies. Okay. So that's all we're in here for, we don't care that your willpower weakens the more that you use it. How's that going to help anyone? We need to know how to strengthen willpower, right? So I'm going to give you those answers right now because that's actually what matters. All right. So first off, in one of the studies, this was fascinating and resonates with me deeply. They found that when people exercise, their overall willpower in other areas of their life gets stronger, improves. So for example, when you exercise, you have more willpower to eat right, to spend less money and be more cognizant of your spending habits and your finances. You have better study habits. You have much stronger ability to focus and study. And also, you're better able to sleep, which sleep in itself is one of those things that's going to help you to have a stronger willpower. So exercise is this one little catalyst that if you do it, if you are able to just hunker down and do that one thing, it's actually going to strengthen your willpower for so many other things. And I know that most of you have experienced that. I know I have. When I exercise, I am more motivated to eat right that day. I am more motivated to be a smarter person that day. I'm more clear-headed. So many things. So this is one way to improve your willpower. So get that exercise in, okay? This is an important check mark. Now, there's some other ones here, not so obvious, all right? That one's kind of obvious, but there's some other ones. So next one, backed by science, having stable blood sugar. This is crazy. But when you have stable blood sugar, it strengthens your willpower. Now, they did studies where, for example, they would give one group some cookies and then have them go solve a puzzle. And then they gave the other group like some radishes and had them solve a puzzle. Now, the group that ate the cookies and had more blood sugar going on in the moment were able to have longer stamina during that puzzle and were able to stick with it longer and actually come to solutions. Whereas the people who had the radishes, sorry, but they caved. They quit early. They didn't finish, that sort of thing. Now, this doesn't mean that you need to go and eat cookies. That actually wasn't the conclusion of the study. The conclusion actually was that they found that when you have stable blood sugar, you are going to be better set up with your willpower. So, for example, in the case of us here, if you're dieting and you want to lose weight, you need to make sure, and let's say you're in a calorie restriction, right? You need to make sure that you're packing a snack. And I'm not talking a treat, although I'll get to that in a minute. We might be able to have a treat. But really, you need to be packing healthy snacks to make sure that there is no time in your day where you end up coming home starving, or you're starving and you're driving on the road and you're like, screw it, I'm going to go get something at the drive-thru. And you completely blow your plan of eating healthy for the day because why? Because your blood sugar is lower and you really aren't in a strong willpower mindset at the moment. So you need to be packing a banana, pack some apples, pack some string cheese. Get yourself a little bag and carry it around with you. And no matter where you are in your day, you don't have an excuse. You got your snack, your healthy snack with you, and that is going to boost your willpower so that when you come home starving, you know what? On the road, I had an apple. And when I come home and I'm in my kitchen, I'm cool. I'm going to my healthy meals. My blood sugar's in a good spot because you're taking care of yourself, okay? Now, that's going to help you in social situations. That's going to help you at restaurants. If someone invites you out to a restaurant, maybe you say yes, but because you had your snack, guess what? You're more likely to order that salad instead of, something else like the pasta or whatever. You get my drift. Now, pack a daily treat. Let's come back to that. So, with that study, one of the things that I'm going to propose to you as an idea for you to try, this is just me giving you a brainstormed idea, okay? It's something that I've tried in the past. It's worked sometimes. And if it works for you, give it a shot. In order to keep balance in your life, with dieting especially, you may want to consider, if you are a sweet tooth like me, I'm a sweet tooth, big time. You can pack like a daily treat, okay? And you know what? That's my treat for the day. Like, that's my good stuff for the day. It could be like a little oatmeal cream pie, it could be a chocolate, whatever you want. But that's approved, right? Because you planned it. This is not like an impulse eating. You plan this thing and you deserve it because you're working hard, right? And this is a part of your program. Okay, you're setting this up as a program. Now, that's something you can put in your bag. And if you feel yourself throughout the day and you're like, oh man, I'm at that point where the willpower just isn't there. Like, maybe it's that point in your day where you're going to have to do your workout, but the willpower just isn't there. Now that you know about this study and the cookie, you can just say, you know what? I'm going to have my treat. Boom. Let's get some willpower. And just, it's a mental game. So you can use that. That's just an idea for you. Okay, next study about ways to strengthen your willpower. Mood. They found that your mood can strongly affect your willpower. Now, what can you do to enhance your mood? There's lots of things. You can do energizing music, play your song, play your jam. You can have a playlist of funny videos that just make you happy. I have an audiobook that I love to listen to. It's called Discipline Equals Freedom by Jocko Willink. It's on Amazon Music on audio. And sometimes when I'm running, I love to listen to him. Or sometimes if I wake up in the morning, I will listen to him. Why? Because it's one of those things that changes my mood. He gets me in the mood of like beast mode. And if there's a book out there or an audiobook or something or music or funny videos or one of the things I love to do is have my saved posts on Facebook or Instagram. I more gravitate toward Instagram, but I have my saved posts and I've got my mindset posts, my little mindset board. I've got my funny posts, things that I can go to boost my mood. So put those things together, rely on them, go to them. When you need a willpower kick in the butt, deploy all the strategies. Now, there's more strategies coming, so that's not it. That's not all we got. All right, moving on. So, okay, this is super important. This is one of the biggest ones for willpower. You need to reduce the number of difficult decisions that you have to make throughout the day by planning ahead. Okay. Because the more difficult decisions that you're going to be faced with, for example, you wake up in the morning, if you are unprepared for your day, you don't have a plan, you don't even have your workout clothes laid out, you're just completely disorganized, you're going to face these little decisions and this organization this process you're going to have to go through in the morning that you're just not ready for. And every single decision you have to make to push yourself forward is going to feel like drudgery. So you need to start planning ahead and making those decisions beforehand and making it easy for yourself when you're in the thick of your day. So meal prepping, huge one. This reduces the decision of you having to decide what to eat. That is one of the biggest problems that people can have when they're trying to lose weight. Oh, what do I eat? Oh, I'll just eat what I usually eat. Wrong. You need to be eating what you prepped. So that's one. Putting your clothes out. When you work out, if you work out in the morning, put your clothes out. If you work out later in the day, make sure you know what your workout routine is going to be that day. You don't want to have to come to your workout and be like, oh, what am I going to do today? Oh, I don't know. Maybe I just won't work out. Nope, we don't want that. So you need to be meal prepping, putting your clothes out. Some people sleep in their workout clothes to make it easier for them to actually get up and work out. This is super important. Remember I told you earlier in this coaching call, you're going to need to review your day and figure out what those tension points are. This is one of the reasons why. One of the next things I want you to do, this was also backed by research on helping to improve your willpower, is you need to review scenarios in your head and you need to set intentions and make decisions for those hard circumstances that are going to come up. For example, if you can kind of imagine, you know what? Usually people bring cookies to work. Usually people bring cake. Usually people bring donuts. What am I going to do to prepare myself ahead of time and make that decision ahead of time for what I'm going to do when that scenario slaps me in the face? Okay, well, I know that every day I'm going to pack a set of veggies for me to crunch on and, my favorite little special treat that I give myself every single day. That's in my plan. That's not an impulse eat. There's a plan for you. There's a way that you have now reviewed a potential scenario and you've made your decision already. You said, I know if this situation comes up, I know exactly how I'm going to combat that situation. I have already set my intention. I've already made the decision before it even happened. So I want you to start reviewing your day with this little journal and say, okay, what was the tension point today? What happened today that I caved? And what could I do next time? What am I going to decide to do the next time this happens so that I don't cave? You guys need to become your own coaches. You need to become your own best friend. And this is one of the ways you're going to do it. And this is one of the ways that you're going to boost your willpower. All right. Now, maybe it's, instead of packing the veggies, maybe it's, hey, you know what? I'm going to pack my protein powder. So if Karen comes over and offers me a donut, I'm going to say, you know what? Sorry, I've got this green smoothie I already prepped in the fridge. I'm going to go get that. Or, you know what? I got my delicious cookie, strawberry, sprinkle cupcake protein that I just ordered. And that's what I'm going to have. Okay, because they have all those delicious flavors. And why do they have those delicious flavors? It's for a reason. It's so that, you can actually get somewhere with your goals. Now, the whole idea here for these last 2 points on willpower, you need to try to simplify the process and simplify your day so that it loses its complexity, so that it's effortless. You're like a duck swimming in water going throughout your day because it's so effortless. It's so easy because you have planned ahead and made it so. This is going to be super important, you guys. This is gold right here. If you implement this, what I'm telling you, I promise you're going to reach your goals, and you're going to reach them faster than lightning. People are going to be wowed by your results, and they're going to say, holy crap, how did you do this so fast? Wow, you've changed. I don't even recognize you anymore. I have to get to know you all over again because you just seem like a different person. These are the things that you can do. I mean, I know we all want to have that personal trainer right there to slap the cookie out of your hand, but I'm sorry, that's not going to happen unless you have $1 million and you can pay someone to do that. We need to crack down. And you know what? It's not even worth having somebody do that. It's better if you are the captain of your own ship. So, we need to simplify things so that they lose their complexity. The decision already has to be made when you set the goal. So we're not making decisions throughout the day of, oh, am I going to work out today? Am I going to eat healthy today? What am I going to eat today? No, none of that. We are not asking ourselves those questions throughout the day. Why? Because we already set the goal. We already made the decision beforehand. Like I said, we are just like a duck in water, just cruising throughout our day, just floating, chilling, happy, in the routine, in the zone. Okay. Now, triggers are going to come up. Okay. You're going to find yourself triggered at some point. Something's going to trigger you. And these methods are going to work if you implement them. But I want you to put on a certain mindset for those triggers. Now, how do we combat triggers? Think of it this way: a hot and a cool system. What is the hot system? What is the cool system? The hot system is impulsive, emotional, triggered, reflexive. It's the kid popping the marshmallow in his mouth and not even thinking about it. He's in that hot moment. He's in the heat of the moment. No consideration for the long term. Some people are actually more susceptible to triggers, to these to that heat of the moment impulsive decision. That's why only 30% were able to keep their cool. And think about the future. So hot and cool system. What's the cool? I think you have an idea already. It's the point where you are using your cognitive faculties. You are thinking, you are tuning in to the present moment and feeling the sensations. Okay, where am I? I'm hungry. I'm feeling really stressed right now. You're tuning into your feelings. You're thinking about your goals. Okay, I'm feeling stressed, but I have these goals. I have already pre-planned the fact that, if I'm in this situation, I'm going to do X, Y, and Z. You're reminding yourself why, your goals. Why do you have them? What are you doing this for? You're reflective. This is the cool system, okay? So when you're going throughout your day, I want you, when people say they're thinking of something and they say, you have to find it. So they say, you're getting hot, you're getting hot, you're getting hot. Oh, cold, cold, cold. You're moving in the wrong direction. You're going cold. Oh, you're getting hot, you're getting hot. I want you to think about that on yourself throughout the day. Say to yourself, am I hot or am I cold? Hot or cold? Hot or cold? Oh, you're getting hot. Oh, you're getting hot. You're walking in the kitchen and you really shouldn't be here right now. You know what? I'm going to cool down. I'm going to get a drink of water. I already have this planned. If I'm going to be in the hot mode, I got my plan, my backup plan for what I'm going to do when I feel triggered. Okay? I want you to use the hot and cool system. Think about yourself and say, am I hot or am I cold? If you're hot, it's time to cool down. Cool your jets. Okay? Put your thinking cap on. Tune into the present moment. Be aware of your sensations, your hunger, your stress, your fatigue. If you're angry, what is it that you're feeling? Do you feel like, oh my gosh, I've worked a hard day. I deserve to eat whatever the heck I want. I deserve to just let it go all out the window. Okay, that's fine. You feel that way, but you have a plan. You're going to choose the right actions. You're going to remember your goals. Okay, that's the cool system. Am I hot? Am I cold? I want you to ask yourself that this week, okay? And as you ask yourself that, you're going to journal, as you review your day, your daily review, what was that moment? Where was that moment? What was it like? Did I cave? Maybe you did. That's okay. Chill. We're going to get it right next time. Now, I mentioned earlier that, this whole topic has been based around the idea that the more you use your willpower, the weaker it gets. Now, that is true within a small time period. In other words, like in a short moment, that can be true. But over the long term, over the long haul, the long game, the more you use your willpower, it actually does get stronger. Okay. But this is over the long game. Over the short game, like in a period of 24 hours, your willpower could be depleted. But as you strengthen it, as you use these tips and tools that I'm telling you right now, how to strengthen it, it's going to get stronger. It's going to become like a muscle. You're going to build momentum. Your willpower is going to build momentum. It is going to be like a muscle, very much like a muscle. The day that you work out your muscle, it breaks down. It's weak. It's tired. It's sore. But over a period of a year, that muscle is stronger, bigger, better. That's exactly how your willpower is. The day of that you're using that willpower, it gets weak. It's hard to exercise. But as you put these systems and plans in place and you exercise that willpower, it's going to get stronger over the long haul. Now, over time, these things, these habits, these new ways of being, these decisions that require willpower, they're going to be so easy. They won't even be decisions at all. And you won't even think about it. I can promise you this because I've done this myself. Okay. I actually have a list of habits. I have it right here, right in front of me. It's a list of habits that I want to do daily. So every single day, I want to be able to check off everything on that list. Now, I started this, I would say, I started it early last year, but I've continued it this year. Now, a handful of those habits on my list now, I don't even think about. It's not even a decision. I don't have to make it. I don't have to remind myself why I want to do it. I just do it. Simple, easy. It's done. It's just a part of me now. Now, a handful of those habits are not. I'm still working on them so hard. Some of those habits are brand spanking new still. They're fresh. Even though I've had them for a long time, I've had these goals for a long time, I'm still working hard and chipping away at it. So this is one thing you can do too. And we're actually going to go deeper into this, making a list of habits in future coaching calls. But for today, if you want to start making that list for yourself now, you can go ahead and do it. I'm going to give you a good process for that later on. But takeaway for today, this is your homework. You're going to review your day all 7 days this week. Like I said, keep a journal. You can, log it on your computer. You can log it on the Excel sheet if you want. You can log it in the group if you want. You can keep this private. You can keep it public, whatever you want. But I want you to review your day. I want you to take notes about those hot trigger points, those moments of tension when you're approaching the edge of your comfort zone and it hurts. I want you to note if you caved or if you won. Okay? Then I want you to take note of all of the points in your day when you have the ability to remove the decision by preparing in advance. Okay? What are those things that set up that you can do in your daily routine to remove the obstacles, to remove the need to have to make that choice? This is going to require a lot of thought. It's going to require some meditation. Think about it. Think about your meal prepping. Think about how easy it is to, get your alarm in the morning. There's things you can do to set up your alarm so that you actually do get up and do it. You can play music in the morning. Get yourself pumped up for that workout before you do it. Get yourself in the mood. Play the music. So let's recap real quick the ways to strengthen your willpower. Number one, exercise. Exercise is actually going to help you increase your willpower in your eating, your finances, study habits if you're studying, sleep. Keep a snack with you always, an apple, something good, something healthy, a banana, and pack a snack. And maybe pack one treat, okay? But it has to be planned. It has to be a part of your program. Keep it there so that you don't have a moment in the day when you cave and go out and get something to eat, or you cave and you eat something you're not supposed to. Okay? Mood. Be cognizant of your mood. Are you feeling unmotivated? Like I said, put on your favorite music that gets you pumped. Put on a funny video. Put on your favorite audiobook. Watch your favorite Instagram posts that motivate you. Figure out what it is for you. It's going to be different for you. Talk to your friend, call that person up that's going to, it's going to help you. Do whatever you got to do to get your mood going. Next, reduce the number of difficult decisions by planning ahead. Okay, we talked about that. And then review all the scenarios where you might have a problem. Okay, coworkers bringing treats, maybe your significant other, tempts you with yummy food, or no, don't work out, or whatever it's gonna be. Okay, think through it, make your decision beforehand, plan ahead. So use the hot and cool system. Am I hot? Am I cold? If you're hot, if you're in that heat of the moment, cool yourself down. Come back to your brain. Okay, let's think through it. Let's have a plan. What's the backup plan to get you through this heat of the moment? Okay. All right. That's a recap there. And again, be your own best friend. Life is going to give you hell, and people are going to give you hell. Don't make hell for yourself. Be your own best friend. Okay. And I'm here to be your friend as well. And last but not least, don't forget, the day that we plant the seed is not the day that we enjoy the fruit. We are just getting started. Okay. Today is the day we're going to plant the seed. We have a new day. You can start right now. Be your own best friend. Forget about all the times that you messed up. Who cares? It's gone. Bye. Let's think about how we can set a plan for today, for tomorrow. Okay? Last but not least, ask yourself, are you a pretender or are you a contender? If you're a contender, you need to start applying contender tactics. Get those skills. I hope you guys took notes today. Let me know if you have any questions. I'm here. I want to know what you guys are interested in hearing for future lives. And I'm taking notes. And by the way, you guys inspire the crap out of me. I love you guys. Thank you for being a part of my group. And let's get it. All right. I hope you guys have a happy Saturday. I'm going to go get my workout in later with my family. think we're going to go for a hike if I can convince them to go. I think they want to, though. So, should be a good day. Anyway, share this video if it's helped you. Watch the replay if you need to watch it again. And leave me your questions, leave me your comments. And we'll see you soon. Bye, everyone. Thanks. Thanks for joining.